It broke our brains, but but we're all recovering from it. But I think it's paying off.
Where in the world are we?
Well, congratulations, hello, on your new movie. The few clips that we were able to see, they look absolutely beautiful.
Thank
I know
you so much.
Roy introduced them as temporary, and I was like, "What? They look great already." So, what process are you in right now? It opens in November. So, where are you at?
We're at the very end. We just experienced one of the most favorite aspects of the process is we were just in the recording booth listening to the orchestra play the score, but we're still finishing up lighting. We're still finishing up some effects. And, hopefully in about 2 weeks, we'll be done.
Wow, congratulations on that. So I have to ask, when I was watching it, when the ship is descending into the cave, I got like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea kind of vibe. So were you going for that like old classic adventure movie?
Very much. Yeah, very much. Having a desire to tell, a big adventure story, and even specifically an adventure story that is about explorers finding a different, hidden world. Did a lot of research into Jules Verne stories, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Journey to the Center of the Earth and Edgar Rice Burroughs, and all those early adventure stories. Just immersed ourselves in those stories because it felt like the modern adventure story can be traced back to, basically Journey to the Center of the Earth. And so we were heavily influenced by all that, and also movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark and King Kong and Jurassic Park, all those great adventure stories as well.
Now, how difficult is it to create this new, strange but very beautiful world? It's like eye candy. I mean, the colors are just amazing. So how hard is it to be unique?
It's super easy. You just press the unique button on your computer and boom. No, it's actually crazy hard. It's super hard. And it's fun. I mean, it's kind of the fun challenge of making a film like this is like, it's hard, but it's the kind of hard that you always dream of getting to face as a creator, right? Like you don't want it to be easy. You want to stretch your mind, your imagination to kind of create something that's wholly unique and original. It broke our brains, but we're all recovering from it. But I think it's paying off really well. Like
Yeah,
the movie.
it's beautiful. So as head of animation, do you oversee all the animators? Is that what you're like focused on?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we oversee a team of, I think on this show it was like 120 people. We come onto the show very early and will help with our team of animation supervisors set up all of the characters, working with all the other departments, viz dev and modeling and rigging, to get basically all of the tools and all of the characters built ready for the animators. And then once the animators roll on, our job is kind of to create and manage the animation style and make sure the level of animation across the film is consistent and all the characters feel like the characters the whole time, and really just working with the directors to make sure that their vision gets on screen through help of the animation.
Yeah. And then for you, Amy, so do you assign animators, like there's two worlds, right? You've got the strange world, and then you've got like kind of like the normal world. So do you assign animators to like each one so that there's no crossover?
No, actually, the way it happens is as story is still being iterated on, we'll get an entire sequence. But when we started the film, I think the first couple sequences we worked on were in Strange World. And so there's a team, that's another part of mine and Justin's job, is called casting, where we'll assign animators to specific shots in a sequence. But there was definitely crossover of animators that worked both in Strange World and in Avalonia, partially just because of the nature of when those sequences were coming to us.
And lastly, the colors, my God. I mean, I saw a little bit of some of the blues reminded me of Raya. So how do you determine colors? I mean, as far as like the range or the gradients?
It's a really good question. I'm not sure if you're talking with Mirdad. He was our production designer. So we were with him a little bit yesterday, and he was talking about just the beautiful greens in the world of Avalonia. But once you get to Strange World, it has to be something completely different. But I don't know specifically how he came up with his color choices for each of the different kind of lands within Strange World.
And Amy told me to ask Merdad about the colors, because I was saying the colors of Strange World are so beautiful. How do you get those colors so vibrant?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. The color, like early on the start was with Don and Qui ideas that, like, because we are in the farm and then we go to a strange world, and the farm is blue and green, and you kind of know that land and area in your mind, you know. And then when we go to a strange world, I wanted to just have the first kick when you see the environment and you go, whoa, what is that? So and in a strange world, we have every color except green, and probably brown and some neutrals. So, but in order to do that, we have to divide it to sequence. Like this sequence is more magenta, next sequence is more yellow, next sequence. But we also have lots of neutrals, so it doesn't break your eyes. So it's easy to follow. It's lots of coordination with the great art team that we have, with Larry Wu, Justin Cram. Yeah, it was great experience.
And then for you, Sean, as a head of environment, how does that differ from his job as a production designer?
Yeah, I was going to say, really, we're working kind of hand in hand. The environments team is really charged with building the world. So we work with Merdad and his team to, have them, really kind of define the designs, the rules of the world, and then we fill in all of the blanks. And our artists build all of the objects, the models, the shapes, give them color and texture, even to the point where the world is usually too big and we can't build it all. So we have a group called Set Extension, which is like traditional matte painting on regular movies that fill in the world that we can't build all the way out to the horizon.
All right, well, thank you so much and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.